traders know you have a lot of different choices when it comes to time frames, but the daily time frame is very popular, and it's important to our guest today, Huzefa Hamid from theforexroom.com. So Huzefa, why the daily time frame?
Hi Tim. When I started off trading, I immediately wanted to be a full-time trader, and I thought the best way to be a full-time trader was to trade the shorter time frames and rotate your capital as fast as possible. And that's true to an extent. If you're certainly trading 15-minute and hourly charts, you will get 2 or 3 trades in a day rather than 2 or 3 trades in a week or a month, trading longer-term patterns. But the dailies are for professionals as well. It's not just for people who have got full-time jobs or people who treat trading as a hobby. Professional traders, full-time traders, asset managers use the daily time frames, use them to plan trades, use them to find entries and exits. And there are a couple of advantages with the dailies. First of all, you're going to see pairs that you may not look at if you're just focusing on, say, the 2 or 3 majors for your day trading. There are dozens of forex pairs, some really interesting and odd crosses, and some really exotic stuff like Singapore dollar, Norwegian kroner, or the euro yen or the pound yen, or those kind of more regular crosses. But they can often miss your radar if you're just focusing on the 2 or 3 for your intraday stuff. So when you're looking at dailies, you can look at 20, 25 pairs, and most brokers now have that number of pairs on their ladder, on their quotes to look at. So when you're seeing more pairs, you're going to see the cream of the crop. If you're focusing on just 2 or 3 pairs, you're taking setups, but they may not be the best setups, but that's all that's available. When I started trading stocks, I remember about 10 years ago when I was trading equities initially, I was looking at hundreds of stocks on my watch list, and that allowed me to pin the best trends. And it's the same with Forex. If you're looking at more pairs, you're going to find some fantastic setups. That's the first reason. The second reason is spreads. If you're looking at dailies, you don't have to worry about spreads too much. You can take a trade with a 7 pip spread if you've got a 100 pip target.
Does that necessarily mean your trades are longer term? If you're watching daily charts and placing a trade based on that, is your trade going to be 2, 3 days, 4 days long, a week long?
Yeah, that's one thing you have to bear in mind. You will be holding overnights, and you will be in a trade for maybe a week, 2 weeks even, depending on your setup or your strategy.
Do you find that the daily patterns are cleaner, easier to find, easier to see?
One thing I like about the dailies is that you have all the kind of news announcements contained within that daily range. So you're not worried about a jump intraday in the news announcement. So I'm not worried if it's coming up to an NFP day or another news announcement will be around the corner. If I'm holding a trade for a week, if the setup has taken 2 weeks to form, usually those kind of news announcements get contained in the daily range. In that sense, it's a lot cleaner, yeah.
Huzefa, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Tim.
You're watching the MoneyShow.com video network.